So yeah, so a little bit about myself then. Obviously, I'm here at Cardiff Metropolitan as the international rep for the Middle East. And obviously a big sort of market for us at the moment, or emerging market really, is our Egyptian market here. So what I'm going to do is I'll try and keep it as quick as we can. I say the information will be available on the website or via TCL afterwards. So it's just to give you a little bit of a start for information really. So in terms of the UK demographic and where we are set up, Cardiff, as we said, is the capital city of Wales. Okay, and it is approximately 2 hours away from London, 1 hour from Bristol, 3 hours from Liverpool. So just so you get a feel for how we're set up in the country. Very, very friendly welcome you'll receive in Wales. Obviously, slight difference. All parts of the UK have a different feel. But something that we're sure you would absolutely love your time in the Welsh capital city. Okay, the newest, the most modern, vibrant capital city in Europe as it sort of stands. So just a couple of things in terms of why you would choose Cardiff Metropolitan. Again, you know, it's a capital city. Okay, so obviously when you look at the universities across the UK, we are a capital city. It's a waterfront, modern capital, and it has everything that you would expect and want from your time visiting the UK. With high levels of student satisfaction. I do have some videos which I can share with you, but I think rather than put them in this presentation, probably best if I send those to the team later to send on to you. But in terms of student satisfaction, you'll see in there that we're above the national average for the second year on a row. So obviously the students are happy with the way things are going and their experience in Cardiff. Cardiff is actually one of the most affordable student cities. Okay, so this is what students tend not to realize, is that it's a capital city, but it's one of the cheapest in the UK. And that's, you know, maybe the fees, certainly accommodation, you know, the prices you would pay for accommodation in Cardiff, your cost of living, your social, your recreation, you name it, it's there for you, and it's more affordable than other areas in the UK. In terms of, it is a capital city, so you are going to have that diverse, multicultural environment. You know, it is a university city as well, and a lot of nationalities are represented. So I'm sure you will fit in very well if you choose Cardiff as your destination. It's interesting that, you know, in terms of our Egyptian and sort of certainly Middle East, but the Egyptian market in Cardiff Met at the moment is rising quite rapidly. It's now in our top, I think it's the top 6 as the latest I've seen it in terms of our country profile. So, you know, you're going to be in good company when you if you choose to come to Cardiff. Our programs are obviously set up around employability. So what we're trying to do is to embed some employability and some exposure to industry when you're part of any program with us in Cardiff Met, and whether that's undergraduate or postgraduate. Okay. We have 2 campuses for our students, one with world-class sporting facilities. You have libraries, swimming pool, indoor tennis courts, running track, indoor running facility. It's all there for students to use and appreciate. We have accommodation on site, okay, if students choose that, but obviously being a modern, vibrant capital city, you also have a wealth of accommodation in and around the university and the city. In terms of, sorry, I just missed one there. In terms of, again, just some of the snapshots really just to show you, you know, in terms of the campus setup, the feel and the vibrant atmosphere you will have in Cardiff Met. So it really is, it's about 2 miles or 1.5 miles perhaps from the actual heart of the city centre. It's walkable through the parks. There's lots of transport there again, which students can benefit from. So in terms of, you know, I mean, that's a snapshot there for you of Cardiff. It's quite compact city, okay? It's very mobile. You can get around quite easy. And in that picture, you have everything from the Cardiff Castle, so the heritage side of the castle, right in the city centre, through to the Principality Stadium, 80,000-seater stadium, where the Champions League final a couple of years ago was held. You've got your top-end shops, the theatres and the coastline, and that's all within that picture, just to give you a feel for how close that city is. But I think what's important for me is that it's not only friendly, okay, so you will have a real kind of good welcome in Wales, but also it's a safe city. And I think that's really important for international students looking to come to the UK, to know that you can walk around and to know that everything is safe through the parks, through the cities as well. So it's something that is kind of goes unseen, and unnoticed, I suppose, at times. But it is really important to know that it is a safe city, and you will be made to feel welcome. In terms of we said about the multicultural side of Cardiff, there's a big Islamic society in Cardiff as well. I think there's 13 mosques, and even on Cardiff Met campus, we serve al-halal food and there are prayer rooms there. So we cater, we try to make our international students and Islamic students obviously feel welcome at coming to Wales. There's a video there, but I say I'll leave that one for the team to disseminate later. But just some things to highlight that comes out in that video, I suppose. Top for the international student support. We run various awards over the years for our team and the way we support our students. And that's right from the time of application to applying for your visa, for finding accommodation. And even when you're in Cardiff, if there are things you're not happy with or things which are upsetting you, we have a designated team that can help you for that. And we've obviously won numerous awards that you can find about the support. Number one, for employability and workplace satisfaction. Again, that's a big factor. You students, you need to be looking and thinking around the programs and what your experience will be like after you graduate. So we will help you, and we will get you into those graduate positions. Top class sport facilities, above the student satisfaction. And something, again, which will come out in one of the videos, is the Cardiff Met has been voted the Welsh University of the Year 2021, which is obviously a fantastic achievement that we are really proud of. And that encompasses everything from the student experience to the facilities to the welcome. It's everything together. And I think that's an award for us that we're really, really proud of this year, and shows how far we are climbing and improving as a university. So the types of programs we offer, I say I'm trying to keep this nice and quick for you, but we will offer everything from a pre-sessional English program. So if your IELTS score, for example, isn't quite at the entry level we'd be looking for, we could perhaps look at a pre-sessional, short course to help you with those the skills development. We do have a bespoke international foundation program for students, which is looking at a 4.5 IELTS. Okay, and that is a one-year program which will obviously encourage and build up your IELTS to the required standard for then looking at progression onto other courses. We have academic foundations. Again, they're linked to the school and the pathway that you'll be looking to study. So again, really we'll be looking for the standard entry requirements will get you onto the foundation, and then obviously the combined progression onto your designated bachelor's program. If you did find that you had some credit from a university in the Middle East, okay, and you'll be looking for top-ups, we can do that for you as well. Again, obviously the idea with how we work with TCL Global. They will advise and discuss your case with us, and we can see if there's a credit map and what we can do to help you with your profile. Obviously, we run a number of postgraduate programs, which I'll talk to you about in a second. We have a couple of those do have internship options as well. Okay, so even with the COVID situation, there are a few programs that will still be looking to run internships as part of the masters, which again is a fantastic proposition. And then at the other end of the scale, you can see we do a PhD. So we get everything from a pre-sessional English right through to PhD. And the schools in which we offer those programs. Okay, we see we've got 5 unique schools on the screen there. So we've got the Cardiff School of Art and Design, real innovative, futuristic, modern school. Okay, and everything from your art design, interior design, product design, it is located within that school. We have the newest school available to us, which is the Cardiff School of Technologies, which the robot there is the mascot for the school. And he kind of symbolizes really what that school is about. It's taking your standard traditional computer programs which are available, but then looking for futuristic modern twists. So for example, robotics engineering, computer games design, artificial intelligence. These are the programs that are coming through in that school. We have the School of Management, okay, really, really popular, obviously, for our international and Egyptian students. Everything from digital marketing through to HR, finance, economics, you name it, it's there for you, right through to MBA in the Cardiff School of Management. And then we've got two schools, then the Cardiff School of Health and Sport and Science. Okay, so again, those are on-site facilities you can see there for our sporting, our biomedical science, really, really popular within the Middle East. And the food science technology, which again is a hugely popular course across the global network. And last but not least is our Cardiff School of Education and Social Policy. So again, it's a school that's been set up to help potential teachers develop their skills to offload those teaching skills for a career later in life. As a general entry requirements, again, these can vary based on the country, but what we're looking at as a standard for our international foundation programs, the Thanawayama or equivalent, plus a 4.5 would get you entry onto our international foundation programs. For undergraduates, again, we'll take a variation of options there for you. So it could be A-levels, okay, we'd be looking traditionally for BCC, something around that kind of score system. International back, we'd be looking for around a score of 26. So we think we're quite competitive on that and quite achievable. And the American High School Diploma, we're looking for a GPA of around 3.0. Now, I realize the SATs are not running certainly in Egypt at the moment. So again, we'd be looking for ACT, 20 above an ACT, and then perhaps 2 advanced placements with a score of 3 or more. And that will get you to access to our direct undergraduate programs. And you see there for our postgrad as well. And again, these are just generic, but we're looking at, you know, a score really of around 60% and a GPA equivalent of that. We can help you. So if your scores are not quite at, or if your qualifications are not quite at those levels, we can still have a look at your profile. We can see where you are. We can see how close you are. If there's any experience to bring and include with that as well. So it's not never to say that if your entry requirements don't meet that, what you see listed, we can find a way around it, I'm sure, with our help for our colleagues at TCL. In terms of the tuition fees then, okay, now again, I appreciate you would have seen a lot of this for other universities. You know, just to give you a basic fee there, our international foundation programs, remember that's a 4.5 IELTS, 8,250 after scholarship. Fantastic, fantastic competitive price there to enable you to come to the UK. Our undergraduate programs are 13,000 with a £1,000 scholarship for all international students across the Middle East. So that brings that down to 12,000. And our postgraduate masters are all set at 14,000. And again, our Middle East students can get their scholarship up to 1,500 off that, brings it down to 12,500 for the UK masters. The MBAs, you can see there, are exclusive MBA. Is the top of the shop, and really the last option there, 15,500 with a 1,500 scholarship again. So it's quite competitive. What then you need to think of is the cost of living in and around Cardiff. You know, we can get accommodation for sort of around 200 to 250 pounds a month. So that's where things really start to develop. And the cost of living in the city, as well as I explained, is also extremely competitive for a capital city. And from an English requirements, traditionally it's IELTS, but we do accept other mechanisms. Obviously, we need to look at your profile to look at that. But our general sort of rule of thumb, international foundation is a 4.5 IELTS, undergraduate is a 6, and again, postgraduate is 6. There are some courses where this may vary, and again, we can look at that on an individual basis. We've got the pre-sessional information there as well for our short courses, should your IELTS scores just be close to the entry we'd be looking for. Now, something interesting for any students looking for a master's at Cardiff Met, if your bachelor's has been taught in via English, okay, so you can prove that your bachelor's degree has been taught 100% in English, you will not require an IELTS to study with us at Cardiff Met, and we would accept that as the entry. And we think that's a real new addition that's already been quite popular with students across the Middle East region for me. Okay. Now, I said I did have some videos. I didn't really know if this is the forum to play these or not, but certainly I can send these videos and provide them to TCL after this this session. But obviously we have a YouTube page, Cardiff Met International, and really what we try and do with that is make it a fun, vibrant page. So every week they'll have a new video. It might be something about the students studying in the city. It might be something about the city itself, the accommodation, application processes. It's all there for you. It really showcases the city and university in its finest light. You know, they really are quite good videos to have a look at. You will have a look at, you can find student blogs on there, and again, see exactly what students